no concern, we are going to record the session. All right, thanks everyone. We are going to kick off our career development and networking session organized by CUETians in Australia. CUETians in Australia is the alumni organization of CUET, who are residing within the Australia, and CUET is a very renowned, prominent public university in Bangladesh and one of the top class university in Bangladesh. CUET is highly recognized for their distinguished value in the society as well as globally. So we started our journey from the CUET. It's located in 20 kilometers far away from the capital city, second capital city of Bangladesh. But we are not there anymore. But our route is there, but we are now everywhere, every corner in the world. We are spreading, and our CUETians are spreading everywhere in the world, and we are one alumni among them in the Australia. So we are going to present our career and networking session for CUETian in Australia, as well as our session is being live streamed in the Facebook for the engineering community as well. So first of all, we would like to acknowledge the traditional custodian of this country. We respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodian of the land on which we live, work, conduct our business. We acknowledge their continuing cultural and spiritual connection to country. We pay our respect to their elders past and present emerging. So this is our career session. I would like to just highlight what our main objective of this session. So here we will cover two main topics: career opportunity and key skill set in different areas, especially in the academic, government, and private sectors. So we know we are going to cover a lot of sectors, a lot of areas, but this is not the session to actually expertise everyone in this particular section. Our main aim to introduce our expertise people in the different sector and share their information, and in future then people can reach out our expertise people in different ways. So we will share their LinkedIn profile, their personal contact and email address as well as per the request. So in the second part, we will make a professional networking with the subject matter expert that I already mentioned. So here we are the host. Me, MD Hossain, General Secretary of CUET in Australia. I am practicing the Facility Engineering Manager role, Position Australia Limited in the Greater Sydney area. So my co-host is the Dr. Tafsirojjaman. I would like to request Tafsir quickly introduce himself.
Hello everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. So I'm Dr. Tafsirojjaman, Vice President CUETians in Australia, currently working as lecturer in research in the University of Adelaide. Thank you.
Thanks, Tafsir. And our another co-host is Dr. Hossain Ahmed, Vice President CUETian in Australia as well, electrical engineer in Oregon. Is the Dr. Hossain is here with us?
Yes, Shabu, I'm here. Can you listen?
Yeah,
yes,
we can
listen.
listen.
I can listen here. Yeah. So can you quickly introduce yourself?
My name is Hossain. I have been working here in Power System Studies area at Oregon. So yeah, thank you very much for joining today.
Okay, we three guys who will be with you throughout the session. We'll try to maximize our time with our presenter as well as the newcomer and job hunter. So I'll move forward. I'd like to request everyone to mute if you are not talking. Okay, this is the event contact. It looks very vast, but we'd like to cover within a very short and smart way. And we'll try to cover all of the topics and presenter. Our host panel will introduce the presenter. And the presenter will mainly cover their area and they will share their opportunity and key skill set requirement for this particular areas. First of all, we would like to inaugurate the session by our president, and I would like to request our president, Dr. Abdullah Mamun, to give a quick intro for this session.
Thank you, Shabu. Thank you, Shabu. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this career development session. We are very much excited to have you here and to share what we know with you. In today's Zoom session, a number of prominent CUETians working in academia, private and public sectors will share their knowledge and will give real-life examples and also practical tips. This will surely be a great opportunity for us to learn from each other and also advance our career together. We'll also take questions throughout the Zoom session, so please feel free to type them into the chat box. And without making any further delay, now I will ask Engineer Hossain Shabu. He's our General Secretary of the CUETians in Australia, to continue with the career session. Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt. Shabu, can you please share the meeting ID and password? Because I got some calls now that without the meeting ID and password, no one can join. So if you have got any ID number and the passcode, please share.
There is no passcode. They can straight away get into it. Click the link.
So I have given in the WhatsApp group, but anyway, I'm going to paste in the Facebook page as well. Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sure.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, there is a box, black box, every slide's bottom side. What is that on?
Yeah, I also say I can see that as well.
There is something we cannot see properly. That is
Yeah. Yeah, there is a bottom. Yeah, there is a line, the black line in the bottom.
Yeah. That I can see as well. So Shabu, I send you the screenshot actually. I think it's due to the online session, nothing in this slide actually.
Yeah. Maybe because it's gone live or something, but it is now outside, about outside the slide.
Yeah, it's outside.
I don't know whether is it trying to hide the closed caption, like as you're talking. I guess it's automatically trying to translate those in text format, whether it's trying to hide that one for privacy or any other reason. But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, so that's fine. Anyway.
Sorry, I was talking in the mute. Is it visible and readable, the slide?
Yes, actually just there was a black strip in the bottom. I send you the screenshot in your messenger if you see
Okay.
it.
I think that's all right, Sabu. We can perfectly see this. It's not a problem, I guess. So I think we can make
thank you. Okay, thank you. We'll move on then. So let's kick off the formal presentation from now. So before going to the presentation, I would like to request everyone to be active in the chat option, and we'll recording all the question and comment from the chat option, please. So don't hesitate to write your comment and question in the chat option. So I would like to do a quick interactive session before going to the slide. So I would like to request everyone to write a single word in an innovative way, and we'll try to pick 3 of them to give some special honor for this innovative 3 person. So just I'm going to say a word and you write in the chat option. Okay. So write test, T-E-S-T. Just write test. Okay, test. So pretty simple way. There is no innovative way. I'm not seeing it still now. Okay, keep typing. We'll proceed with the presentation. So now in the very beginning, I would like to introduce Dr. NEAZ SHEIKH, immediate past president of CUETians in Australia, associate professor and head of the postgraduate studies, School of Civil, Mining and Environmental Architecture Engineering, University of Wollongong. He has expertise in the structural concrete as well as composite structure and structural dynamics. He will share his skill and opportunity in his area, as well as key skill requirement for his area. So I would like to request Dr. NEAZ Sheikh to come forward to present quickly his slide.
Thank you, Shabu. I'll discuss in general about the opportunities in higher education in Australia, especially a research-based master's and PhD program. The key benefit, the opportunities that we have after obtaining MPhil or PhD is that we become globally recognized, and in Australia we become global citizen, partly because this education is globally recognized qualification. And the career opportunity after MPhil and PhD, unlike the thing that we hear that after PhD there is no more opportunity, but it's not really true, especially high-end industry is coming forward, and those high-end industry will need a lot of research-based graduates. So the career opportunity we have at present is in academia, in other fields, which is research field, but it's still highly valued in Australia and internationally for employers, especially for high-end industries. Now, the requirements for a PhD and MPhil, I think the first or foremost request, the requirement is that we have to have motivation, because it's a degree for 2 years MPhil and 3 to 4 years PhD. So motivation is the first thing that we need to complete a research-based degree. And obviously, after motivation, motivation is not sufficient. We have to have engineering and technical competency. Then comes management skill, because it's a project, and that project needs to be managed by PhD students or MPhil students, whatever is civil, mining, environmental, or any other field. So it is a project, and we need management skills. And management includes managing the project, managing the supervisor, managing the technical people, and is management skill needed. And as a researcher, we all are writers, so we need to have writing skills, English writing skills. And as I'm presenting here, like all PhD students or MPhil students need to present their research in a simple way, in a complicated way, or in an engineering way. So we need to have presentation skills. And at the end, for all aspects of engineering, we need leadership skills. So these are the skills that we need. I want to highlight one important information here, especially the people who are in Australia or the CUETians in Australia, that there is a program now currently going on with a national industry PhD program. And government is putting a significant amount of money. It's nearly $500 million government is putting for industry-based PhD program. So if you are in the industry, and you have a motivation or some motivation to go for PhD or MPhil, and it's for PhD mostly, so you can apply National Industry PhD program through your employer. You might get the same salary that you are getting, and then still you can complete a PhD with the same salary, and you'll be recognized in your industry, and obviously also academia, and that it will open up the opportunities for you, both in the industry and in the academia. Please look for the keyword National Industry PhD program. You will understand it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy to answer any question you have.
Thank you, Dr. NEAZ. So we will answer all question end of the presentation session. We will encourage everyone to write your question in the chat box, please. Now I would like to request Dr. Narottam to come forward to provide his presentation. His expertise in a lot of areas I cannot finish within a very short time. So I would like to, our presentation will be shared with all the participants, and our presentation slide will be in our website. So if anyone can access this presentation and the resource. After the event, we will share it with everyone. So I would like to request Dr. Narottam to come forward and present his presentation, please.
Thank you very much, Shabu, for a nice introduction. As introduced, my expertise, I'm in teaching now as like NEAZ, and also I have previous industry experience. I worked NEC Japan, so there are also R&D division. Even in Australia, there are many places R&D division, they need research master, research PhD. So in that perspective, NEAZ and my discussion will be pretty similar, but in my one is in electrical engineering side, especially I can talk in power and energy sector, especially renewable one. This is very much global demanding. Those are doing PhD and masters, they're getting job in academia, little bit limited, but in industry, they also need research degree, research qualified masters or PhD engineer. They are performing their research. Even about the salary on, as NEAZ mentioned, even sometimes their salary is better than university, to be honest. So there is opportunity and they can conduct their research and good opportunities there. Even I know some of CUETians, they did their masters and PhDs, they got good job in even VASP, even in industry. So far, actually, that student was in my class at our university. So in that perspective, I personally request if we have link and support CUETian or any other one to inspire them to come to the research area. Research, as NEAZ already mentioned, that if you have the PhD research degree, especially PhD degree, you have the global license for the research. I think NEAZ will agree with me, and then they can move around here and there. Someone did their PhD in Australia, they moved in America, other countries, so far we can see. So in that way, I recommend who are interested, they can proceed for the research. So if anyone interested, so they can contact me. I will try my best. Currently, I hopefully enroll another student for me from CUET by next week. That is like my current way I'm trying to support. And if anyone interested to work with me also possible, so they can contact me. I will try my best. Even someone can manage scholarship nowadays from Bangladesh and they can come here and do their studies. So that option also available. So hope that way we can support especially our CUET graduates if we can. So that would be helpful because everyone we like and love very much CUET and CUETian. So we have to help them. Thank you very much because time is about 2 minutes. So anyone can contact with me. Thanks, Shabu, for your
thank you, Narottam. Thanks a lot for a quick intro and quick presentation. So at this stage, I would like to invite another academia, and he has actually completed his PhD from academic section and moved to the academic section. So his input, I think, will be very valuable for the whoever in the academic section now and thinking to settle down in the academic area as well. So I would like to request Dr. Tafsirojjaman, Vice President in Australia, lecturer and research, postdoctoral research and teaching fellow, University of Adelaide. So please come forward. Dr. Tafsir,
Shabu, if you're running this session.
Okay, I mute everyone. Tafsir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, can you just proceed with your slide?
Yeah, thank you, Shabu bhai. So really now I'm working in the academic area, but more focusing in research as an early career researcher in the area of space construction, structures on Moon and Mars, steel and composite structure, concrete structure, finite element model. Shabu bhai, you have to mute, please. Yep. So basically, I just would like to talk about some opportunity in my group. Now I'm working in the University of Adelaide. Previously, I was in the University of Southern Queensland, and before that, I was in the Queensland University of Technology as a casual academic as well as PhD scholar over there. So currently, I'm supervising around 8 PhD students and 3 master's students, as well as several undergraduate students. So I also working with 100 academic and researcher from all over the world and industrial expert, including 11 Australian industry, and 49 institutes from the 14 different countries. So I have given some of the companies' name in the presentation slide, including NASA, Australian Space Agency, Department of Energy, USA, Australian government, and government of South Australia, and lots of other institute, including in Australia and other countries. So in terms of opportunity, yes, every year we have option to take the PhD and master's student in, and as well as research assistantship in to conduct our industrial research as well. So I have taken 3 PhD students last year, and this year another 3. So in total, I have taken out of those 6, I have taken 4 from Bangladesh. But one actually honest opinion that nowadays in other countries, they actually go already so ahead and publishing very good quality publication. That's why it's really tough to choose someone from Bangladesh. We need to fight with the other faculty because the scholarship coming through the central selection system. It's not like just I know someone or he has very good CGPA and or I know he can do very well and then we can choose someone. That's why I would like to say one of the best requirement to grab those opportunity, maintain the quality, not just the quantity, which is the main thing what I should say. So that's why even from the undergraduate research project, or even from the master's by coursework research project, you can produce a quality research paper, which can actually let you to grab those opportunity easily. And in terms of, I would like to say, try to get the multi-skill, not just actually particular skill, say just on the experimental work, or just a finite element work, or just the theoretical modeling work. So that's why I would like to say to have the expertise in all those 3 areas if you would like to establish yourself as a postdoctoral fellow or in the research area, because nowadays is very, very high competitive, especially in Australia. That's why if anyone have a single if for an interview board, they're giving the mark for all those 3 main component. So if you are very good in experiment, that means you are getting 33 out of 33. But if you have 0 expertise over the other thing, that means it's actually reducing your overall marking. That's why I should suggest to develop your skill during your PhD, on all of those 3 experimental work, and finite element modeling or any modeling and theoretical work as well. And I would like to actually say everyone, even if I don't have the opportunity, anyone working in my area, feel free to contact with me, or if you see any opportunity from my network, try to contact with me. I will definitely give my full support to recommend you to my all the connection to actually get this opportunity for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tafsir. I would like to remind everyone, representative as well, and participant, please raise your question in the chat group, and our panel is actually picking the question from the chat group. End of the presentation, we will address the questions. And presenter, we know that we cannot cover the maximum of this topic, but at least we would like to introduce our expertise, our network. So this is what we are aiming this session today. So I would like to request next presenter, Dr. C.M.S. REZA, Shushan Firdaus, his another name. So he actually moved to the industry field from the academia. Recently, he has completed his PhD and he has been practicing in the power sector group. He is our organizing secretary as well, in Australia. He is the grid connection manager and Lighthouse BP in the Sydney, Australia. So I would like to request Shushan to come forward and share his opportunities in his area, as well as what basic skill required in his area. Dr. Shushan Firdaus, please.
Thank you, Shawai. Hello, everyone. I'm Shushan REZA from 05 Electrical. So currently working as a grid connection manager. So the thing is, I'll make it very brief. If you want to move to this field, to be honest, just 2 or 3 keywords you need to understand, and you'll need to find out what exactly you need related to those things. Is especially, I can say, if you can see here, PSCAT, PSCC, and Power Factory, these are the softwares you need to think about, and you need to know a bit more, or I'm not saying everything, but you'll need to learn a bit so that you can enter into this field. I believe that's how you can. And obviously the industry needs so many people in Australia right now. That's what I can assure you. But the first thing is obviously, and to help you on that, if you're from a different background, and also if you did some job in the PDB or whatever in Bangladesh, for example, in the power sector, and if you want to move to the renewable energy industry in Australia, then what you can do, you can go to UNSW. They usually run a training session. Obviously, you need to pay some money, but it will help you. And UNSW run this course actually with the help of Oricon, who is a consultant. So they can help you. It's a 5-day course. So if you can attend that, hopefully you can find a job first of all in this sector, and also it can guide you to understand a bit more. It will introduce you to the software like PSCAT, PSCC, and Power Factory, and how actually Australia is actually using those softwares to build this, or to connect the solar farm, wind farm, or battery project to the grid. So this is the first prerequisite, and obviously this is the first thing you need to learn. So that's the main brief key part. And obviously, if I said in terms of opportunities, it's more of like, obviously you can join as this senior power system engineer or grid engineer, principal engineer. So the main key difference of the power system engineer and grid engineer is basically power system engineer mainly focused on the study, who actually usually use the PSCAT, PSCC, Power Factory software to do the analysis and like prepare the report and submit to the developer or other stakeholders. But if you talk about the grid connection side, that means you look after from 0 to 100. So you look after the whole project from running studies to the construction, the project, and completion, up to completion, that level. And if you say about the opportunities in Australia, you can see there, like you can see the developers. So these all are the stakeholders in Australia. You can find a job. Every company, like consultancy. If I say consultancy, there's a lot of consultancy looking for people like us, and also NSP, DNSP, so many stakeholders. So a lot of opportunities, to be honest, and not enough people. That's the final point is. And obviously, last point, if I say the requirement is, you need to learn. It's like people also can do attitude. It's like, obviously the first thing is you'll need that. No one knows everything. Just remember that. And obviously, just try to build your negotiation skills more, because you need to talk to different stakeholders. So that's what I can say. And obviously, if any of you need any advice, if I can, obviously I'll try to make it for you. Just reach me out, and thank you for that. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Shushan. Thanks, very nice presentation in a very quick, short time. So, dear participant and all the participant watching in our Facebook, the more we'll go, the more it will be exciting. So far, as of now, we covered the mainly academic section, and as well as how to move from the academic section to the industry. Now, the more exciting part we're going to start now. We are moving into the high-tech industry. We'll start the high-tech technology, how the high-tech world is moving through, and our expert from the high-tech technology is going to present the next part. So I would like to introduce at this stage Mr. Ashim Chowdhury, Service Delivery Manager, Ericsson Australia. He has a very, very long background in the high-tech industry. Since Bangladesh, since here in Australia, he has a very capable, high-skilled technical person in the network operation and service delivery management. So I would like to request Mr. Ashim Chowdhury come forward and share opportunity in his area and what are the key skills set required in his area.
Yeah, thanks, Sabu. Look, I'll be mindful about the time. I know that there are many other presenters waiting for that, but I will try to catch the important things, probably especially for the fresher that I've seen who are struggling for the job. So look, on the telecom side, the field is really vast and is one of the most demanding industry at the moment, and the recruitment really happens quite frequent here. So on the telecoms for the mobile telephony, I would say, both mobile and the fixed wireless. So there are quite a few sections out there that they hire people. The first thing is NOC. NOC is Network Operations Center. So Network Operations Center engineer is basically, they're suitable for the fresher or the junior engineers. So if you have just 1 to 2 years experience, or if you just have finished the graduation and then you're looking for the job and some opportunities in the telecom, I think NOC first level engineering of the operations could be befitting for you. So the first level monitoring means basically they monitor the network to be monitored 24/7. Not much of skills. They are the basic skills that you have that you learn during your undergrad course. A bit of a technology. You need to be a bit conversant to the current technologies like 4G or 5G. Probably these days they are being taught in the courses as well, I believe. So these are for the fresher or junior engineers. And then if you have a few years of experience, like 4 to 5 years of experience, generally people are hired for the back office. So back office has multiple sections, like, so the front office operation, they monitor the network. If there is any alarm, they try to fix it, at remote troubleshooting or that way. But if they can't do it, then they pass it to the back office. Generally, the back office engineers, they are more expert on that. So you need at least 4 to 5 years experience to get onto a back office job role. As I said, that there are a few sections on the back office. There are RAN. RAN means the radio access network. There's generally we call it the tower, the base stations and all those things. And you have a core network. Core is basically the switching, and it is the most complex part in the telecom. Then you've got the transmission part as well. So transmission, it can be microwave transmission, it can be transmission through the fiber. So you need to gather 4 to 5 years of experience in the related field to get to that job. Apart from these three, there are opportunities in the OSS. OSS is basically the support system, like all the systems are monitored through we call it the ENM, the network management system. And then the field support system, which is called FSO. So if something cannot be fixed remotely, if you need to send a tech means the technicians to the site. Sometimes the engineers in Bangladesh, we call it here as a technicians, whoever works there. So they need to go out to the site. So the opportunities are there. Basically, for core transmission, OSS or FSO, you need some kind of experience, but for the NOC front office operation, you don't need, or you need minimum experience, maybe 1 to 2 years of experience is good enough. I will let you know the other qualifications or the other criteria that generally they look for when they look for the people to be hired. The other part is problem management. So say, for example, there are certain situations in the network that recurs over a period of time, and that becomes a problem. So there are a specific methodology to manage those issues that falls under the problem management. So generally, the people from the NOC office or the NOC or the back office team, over a period of time, they can become a problem manager once they gather some knowledge there. And then the role for the incident management. So incident management, generally so if there is an incident, so you need to do a review of the incident, what caused it, what is the gap, and then 5-why analysis, and then a recommendation so that you can prevent those faults. So this is the role of an incident manager. To become to apply for an incident manager role, probably you need to get an experience of 5 to 6 years for that. The other part is solution architect or the problem management, so the performance management. So the solution architect it's a bit of an engineering role. Generally, you have to have at least 5 to 6 years operational experience, and then preferably probably in the back office side to become a solution architect, so that they work on the solution of a system, but the back office or the front office, they operate the system. Performance management is something like, it can be performance for the radio or performance for the transmission side. So To get absorbed into the performance management, you need to have an experience of probably 4 to 5 years. Then comes to the service delivery management. When you have an experience in the probably in the field or in the back office or front office, then you can apply for a service delivery management role. That would generally take 8 to 10 years experience for the service delivery management. And this to become a service delivery manager, in addition to your technical qualification, you need to have that negotiation skill. You need to understand the business, what needs to be delivered, especially what are the SLAs or KPIs. SLA means the service level agreement, or at what kind of service level agreement you have committed to the customer that you need to deliver on, and then you need to manage it accordingly with the operations team. So these are the parts basically, but there are many other opportunities within the telco organization. Like it can be a data scientist, so people do the automations and those stuff. So you can be a data scientist. Generally, for a data scientist, you have to have a graduation on a computer science, or you can be an electrical engineer, or an engineering degree with a diploma in the IT technology that can fit you into the in that role. There are other roles for the like the project management as well. So basically, the telco industry is really very vast. The basic skills that I identified here, they are really very basic. Basic means you have to have a Bachelor of Engineering, as I said, that to apply in any or all of those roles. An IT diploma or an ITIL certification would give you an edge over anyone else probably. And then MBA or the management diploma, there's basically a sought after for the service delivery management role. Look, so these are the things. And as I said, that you have the industry is quite big. So you have the vendors, you have the operators. Vendors means if Ericsson, Nokia, Huawei was there earlier, but I think they're wrapping up the operations for some outside the geopolitics thing. Then the Fujitsu, those things, those organizations are there. And then on the operator side, you know, the Telstra, Optus, TPG, all those things are there. So the opportunities are ample, basically. Qualifications and then the basic skills I talked about. Now, just to add to those things, that what you need to be a bit careful on. First of all, getting a job means you need to get an interview call. So to get an interview call, don't try to fit the same resume to all those roles that you are going to apply for. So this means that one size doesn't fit all. Make your resume fit for the purpose. This means that if you are applying for an engineer, you try to highlight that. Otherwise, mostly they are done by an AI system now. And then you just screened out. You don't get into that if you don't have that keywords there. So resume writing is very important. And then do a very basic study about the organization. This means that, say, for example, you are applying for something in the managed services area or in the operation team. Try to contact to some of your alumni, or if you know anyone there through the LinkedIn, try to talk to them, understand what is the requirement, get some information so that will help you to in doing better in the interview.
We have a separate session, Ashim, for the interview.
This year.
And
So
CV,
I'll be finishing it. I'm sorry, I'm finishing it. My LinkedIn, the link is there. So if you need any help, you can contact me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashimda. We are really going out of time, so I would like to request all the presenters. So this session is to make a networking with the participant, as well as sharing the basic information in our different areas. So I would like to concise our presentation as well. So thank you. I'm moving forward. The next presenter is Mr. TOWHIDUL Islam. He is also one of the high-tech person. He's playing cloud engineer 2, DevSops in Amazon Web Service Limited. So you know the Amazon is the top leader in the market everywhere in the world for the time being. and they are actually leader, not for the time being, have been a leader for a while in the market, and they grow their network and their cloud business very, very rapidly throughout the world. So I'd like to request Tawhid to come forward and quickly introduce the opportunity in his field and key basic skill set required. So I'd like to request and remind him again to make it quick. Thanks.
Thank you, Chowdhury. Am I audible to all?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'll go a little bit quick. There are abundance of job in this particular area. If you search in LinkedIn, these roles and responsibilities are there. So basically all the jobs are in LinkedIn. If your LinkedIn profiles are strong, then you will probably get call from either the company or from the agent. Nowadays, what I'm seeing that agents are doing this kind of recruitment, and they are not that much technical. So like Azim bhai said, they are pretty much dependent on the keywords. So you have to have your LinkedIn profile strong. Regarding, okay, so the roles and responsibility for all of these particular role which I mentioned, like SRE cloud engineer. So the tasks are pretty much same. So there is no major difference in the task. These are just the different name of that role different company uses. Basic skill I mentioned, there are a few certification. So the first question is, do I need these certificates? I would say to get call for the interview, it's better to have this certificate. If you are a fresher, then this certificate will help you to get the call, because recruiter or the agent who are hunting for new engineers, they actually give pretty much value to these certificates. It's not like that I am expert of that area, but it's kind of a proof that yes, I know that area. Other than that, if you have knowledge of a particular any one of the cloud technology, that will also help. And if you are familiar with the containerization, then it is good. It's all about, if you learn for 7 days, everything can be learned. And for this kind of job, you don't need to be a CSC, electrical, civil, or mechanical. Anybody can perform this. Anybody can apply for these roles. And if they study a little bit for this, then I would say they will be able to pass the interview. Regarding Amazon, currently the recruitment is on freeze, but very soon they are going to open the recruitment. And I have that capability to refer someone. So if you are interested, then reach out to me with your CV. Then I'll try to refer in a suitable position, which will be open near future. That's it from my side. If you have any question, reach out to me.
Thanks, Tawhid. Thanks for a quick intro and covering your field very quickly. So the next part is for me is the facility management data center critical environment. I would not take long. And it's first of all, this is a very unique and basic field, and it's available everywhere in the world. So if you are interested in this world, in this sector, if you somehow join in this sector, you are actually open in anywhere in the world. So these roles and these options, these jobs in this facility management field is almost every company have this role. So if you are interested in this role, so there are two type of role here. So even the technical people has the technical role, suppose technical facility, engineering facility, as well as the critical environment management. But there is also a role which there is no technical skill requirement. There is a facility management. Every multi-storied building, there is a facility manager. So it's a very highly paid job and very prestigious job. If you want to come this field, please reach out to me, as well as we have few CUETians in Australia now in the facility field. Along with me, Abul Bashar, maybe he's on the call. Pravit Telapatra, he is also in the facility management, and Sohail Rana from 99 batch, he is also from the facility management. So please, if you're interested in this field, reach out to any one of us. We will help our best. and give you the right direction. And if you see the Microsoft, AWS, Equinix, Fujitsu, these are the top leading company in the high-tech industry. So including these and all other high-tech industry, they got this sort of role. So this is very unique field, and opportunity is unlimited. And so if you just settle down in this field for once, then you don't need to worry about your job in the next, I can say rest of your life until you are retired. So I do not take more long, and if you need any help, any suggestion, and our referral program is available also in our company as well. I can refer anyone, and it will be prioritize the HR process and recruitment process as well. So I do not take any further time in my sector. I would request the next presenter to come forward. Here, actually, I would like to say, represent a CV format. So this is also a document we'll share to everyone. So for a basic CV template, what should you have? First of all, you should have a contact with the address, personal profile with the quick intro, and key skill related to the role, whatever the role you are applying for. Sorry, just I took time to mute the background noise. So second, third, and fourth, you need to put your education and certificate related to the role, not necessary to put every certificate, whatever you need for the role. And then you will describe your previous exam experience, and especially if there any special award. Then LinkedIn profile, as Tawhid mentioned earlier, LinkedIn profile is very vital in job, or especially in the Australia. So before you are getting call from the employer or any recruiter, they will look at your LinkedIn first. So this is very, very common, and LinkedIn must be very strong. I am just repeating same as the Tawhid. So LinkedIn profile must be very smart and very up to date. So here is the picture of the CV format. So if someone is struggling with making the CV, please reach out to me or any of our experts here as well. They will help us in a particular field. And some interview tips, again, we already covered some by Ashim as well, Tawhid some covered as well, and I already mentioned Tawhid, LinkedIn. So LinkedIn always very, very important for any professional job here in Australia. And as well as whenever you are getting a call, must take some preparation, take some mock interview, and practice yourself at home before going to the interview session. Okay, so that's it for me. I would like to request now Hassan Arman, MasterCard for nearly about 10 years, specializing in the network engineering, architecture, security, and governance. Ex-Bangalink employee from 2006 to 2013. We have been ex-colleague as well in Bangalink. His expertise in the network engineering, architecture, security, and governance, telecommunication industry as well. So I would like to request Hassan Arman Bhai to come forward and give quick introduction about the opportunity and key skill set in a very quick manner. Please welcome Hassan Arman.
Hey guys, I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Hassan Arman. I have been in the field almost 22 years, predominantly working in the network arena for last 2 decades or so. So as Shabu mentioned, I have been working in the Bangalink, and then followed by, after coming to Australia, I have been almost 10 years working for MasterCard, and my specialization is in the networking. And in the networking, there are many areas. A couple of other previous my fellow CUETians already have mentioned about those areas. So starting from junior network engineer up to architects, and you can also progress your career up to the higher CXO level, like CTO. So the basic skills already have mentioned. You just need to have the interest about if you are trying to come to IT and work in there. So in the IT, there are lots of areas available, including system, network, database, whatever nowadays the new technologies are coming up. So I don't want to repeat what my the fellow CUETians already have mentioned about this. Only thing I'd mention is at the moment, technology is changing, and there are a lot of new technologies coming up, including the artificial intelligence. So we need to be kept in mind all these newer technologies, and everything is coming software defined. So when I started my career in 2001, that time we are counting bandwidth in kbps. So in Chittagong Stock Exchange, I was using the bandwidth 64 kbps. Now it's probably, if you think about this, is probably sounds quite primitive, but that was the reality at that time. Now we are counting bandwidth in gigabits, or probably more than that. So we have to update ourselves in terms of skills, and network engineering that's why it's challenging. You have to upgrade your skill, update yourself almost all the time. So, and the skills, apart from these, the skills that we talked about, you need to know about the network fundamentals and other areas, including, so we do have the security, we have the network management, then IP subnetting, the troubleshooting. These are the very basic skills would be required. As you progress your career, architecture is one of the role. Majority of the people do settle either. So architect is if you are in the technical field. If you want to move away from the technical field, is the manager, director, CTO, CIO. These are the couple of the roles people do prefer if you are in the business role. Or alternately, you can move on to the security. There are many other areas available in the security. You can go to the cloud security, you can do the pen test, and etc. So these are the things often the network engineer do like. If you are keen to work in the data center or in the network engineering field, I'll be more than happy to assist if anyone keen or get my support. Please, in last 2 decades of career, I have helped many my friends, relatives, and other, and all of them are doing very well. So as I said, it's a very stable and growing career. So yeah, that's all from me. If you want to know anything in the future, let me know. Thank you all.
Thank you, Arman. So I would like to just remind again, I know we are running out of time, so we need to go very fast. Even our presentation slide will be shared with everyone in our Facebook group as well as our website. The presentation will be there. So if any presenter would like to skip his presentation, we are more than happy. We would like to really focus on our newcomer. We would like to listen their voice as well as their question. So I would like to remind the presenter to go very quick with their presentation. So at this stage, I would like to invite Azim Ahmed, a specialist network engineer in the BHP. He has a very long background in the network engineering as well, network infrastructure, architecture, team building and management, and multi-vendor management as well. So I'd like to request to come forward Azim Ahmed to quickly introduce his roles and opportunity available in his areas and basic skills required.
Thanks, Shabu. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to present here. So I'm Azim. I'm from CUET01 CSC. So I'm working in BHP since 2018. So as a network engineer, I joined as a network engineer. Nowadays, I'm working as a specialist network engineer. So BHP actually is a mining company. So it actually deals with lots of machineries, PLC, and etc. etc. So the network we build is called OT. So OT network is a little bit different than IT. So Hassan Arman had covered almost everything related to the IT. In OT field, we need similar set of skill set, but you need to know a little bit more about how hardware level, how PLCs work, or how actually machine works. You need to know a little bit more on top of Hassan Arman advice, all of the things. OT network it deals with hardware. Like I can give you an example. Like I have a remote control in my hand and I can control a truck. The truck runs without a driver. So now from my controller to the truck, I need to build some sort of network to send some signal there. So this is sort of like OT network, how this OT networks work. So I'm working in the network infrastructure team. So there are lots of opportunity, in the fly, it's come in and came out. So one of the opportunity I would say is network engineer. So network engineer is a sort of entry level job. Network architect is a second layer, designing the network. And specialist network engineer sit on top of both engineer. So there are lots of opportunities in there. So what kind of skill set you would need? First of all, IP networking and network security skill set. Hassan Arman bistable match perfectly in here. So apart from that, you must have some sort of experience in OT network. Otherwise, that's the key requirement from BSP, that before even you apply to the BSP, you should have at least either some sort of certification or field level experience. So they prefer sort of experience level. So they always prefer the hands-on experience. Tiny network automation is not mandatory, but if you have some expertise on automation, that will be a plus point. And then another thing is ability to take the ownership. The ownership is the key term here. So ownership, what is ownership? That since you are architecting some network, so you are the owner of that particular network. That means you need to stay tuned with the team, what they're doing, whether your architecture is working or not. So you have to have some kind of end-to-end responsibility to deliver the project. And then if you have some certification, that will be definitely plus points. So there are various levels of certificate BSP prefer, and which that engineer should have. First, they prefer Cisco, then Juniper, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, so forth, so on. So in this certification also, there are several layers, right? So the network engineer need the associate layer, at least, which is CCNA type. And network architects need professional layer certificate, which is like CCNP. And a specialist network engineer, they need expert level certification, which is CCI level. Why we need certificate? Because we are most of us is not from Australia. So our certification and working background, sometimes Australian they doesn't recognize them, our working experience and etc. If we work in Bangladesh. So this kind of organization prefer if we can have a certificate that will put a tag on my shoulder that I know something, and that will help to get called. And then you need to face interview, and if you have right skill set, if you know the things, and if you have working experience, then if you can talk, definitely if you can talk, that will help. And last but not the least is the luck. I would say luck is also an important factor, to get a good job. And that's all from me. Thanks, Shabu.
Thanks, Azim. Hopefully, everyone will be lucky enough to get the job, whoever is struggling or developing to or would like to go to the next level. Okay, so next presenter is MD Abdullah Mamun. He already told me that he don't like to present. So on behalf of him, I'm going to just go through his presentation. So he is actually practicing in the energy and power industry as a protection engineering and renewable energy in South Australia. So anyone interested in this energy and power sector, please reach out to him. His information and details is available here. And he has mentioned the different roles available in the power sector: protection, design, review, fault calculation, study, and their basic skill set he also mentioned here. So he's also free to discuss if anyone interested anything regarding the field in the energy and power sector. Please reach out to Abdullah Mamun. So I would like to go to the next slide. So here, so up to now, we have actually covered most of the electrical and CSE part. Now we're moving forward to the structural engineering and civil engineering. So there are a lot of exciting roles and as well as the opportunities available in this area. So again, I would like to remind the presenter to go very quick. We very much interested to listen from our newcomer and the job hunters. So at this stage, I would like to request Mahadi, Hassan, PMP, MIEAust, CPEng, a lot of qualification. I cannot finish all of them. He's expert in the civil engineering, production, manufacturing engineering, structural engineering, project management as well. Then I would like to request him to come forward and describe quickly this slide about the opportunities and roles available and basic skill requirement.
Yeah, thank you, Chowdhury. It's my pleasure to have to be here. It's really impressive. That's how many CUETians working in the industry, and it is just very, I feel very honored that I'm here with them. So I'll make a short one because understand we are a bit behind. I work in construction as a project manager. So every year I do a little bit of target to upskilling my things. Like previous year I did PMP, this year I did my chartered. So if anyone need information, I did the chartered by interview. So if you need help with any of this course, please reach out. I'm happy to help. So I think our civil industry is a bit wide. So I used to work in Dubai. So when I moved in 2014, I started with a bit of precast. And since 2014, I can't leave that industry, still with the concrete. And it's a wide industry. You got a lot of option to, a lot of roles, a lot of jobs, and it's always peak. So I think it's to get a job, if especially with the newcomer or someone want to change. I know a lot of civil people, they want to change. Someone working in estimating wants to move in, in the project management or manufacture. So that's a few things is very important here. I think it's most of the civil engineer or the graduate guys or whoever come from overseas. It's very difficult to prove if you don't have a connection. So there is a lot of company offer internship. Some of the company ask for money. That's we pay them 3,500. They get an internship for 3 months with some company, and that's opportunity. That's you prove that put that you have effort, you can do it, and it's easy to. Once you are in industry, no one can stop you. You can keep going. Few things like I know a lot of people recently been government jobs have a very lot of opportunity. I know a lot of people did that PMP course and moved to government jobs. That's also very helpful. And one thing I'll have to say, if you want to work in construction, it's really important to have a good communication skills, though I'm still learning. But I think that's something, there is a course for effective communication skills. That's really, really helpful. I think that's for every industry. That's how we communicate, what is important and what should be the channel we should talk. So this is something, if we upskill ourselves, it's easy to get into the industry. And I'm always happy to help if anyone need sort of guidance or any sort of help. I just see the NEAZ Sheikhs, I think he said that's the PhD things. I think I'm pretty, my next target is to do because we do a lot of project D&C projects, and at the time I ran around 10 to 15 jobs, and I have, we also do some R&D works. My next target is to get my PhD done in the next 5 years. So I probably will be needing some help with those seniors. I think that's pretty much. Thank you very much, Chowdhury.
Thanks a lot. There's some very good luck for your endeavors regarding PhD. Very impressive, very encouraging. I think it's a very learning for us. He's continuously learning, and this is what we actually as an engineer need. We need to upskill ourselves regularly. And the industry is going through nowadays this way. If you are not developing your skill, you are not learning new things, if you are not innovating, you will be lost. This is what the industry is trend now. So we have to upskill ourselves regularly. Okay, I'll not talk much. So next, I'll try to request Hassan Ziad. He's a very known face in our CUETian in Australia. He has a lot of skill as well as entrepreneurship skill, technical skill. He has been doing a lot of things apart from his job. So I don't spend much time to introduce him because everyone knows him very well. Now I would like to really request him to go through his sharing his opportunity and prepared skill in his area. And would like to request again to make it quick. We have a lot of things to go. So Hassan, please come forward.
Thank you, Shabu Bhai. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope everyone enjoying the career session. Mahadi is my classmate, captured all the civil engineering part of it. I'm a civil engineer. Basically, I've done graduation in 2007 and did my master's from London, University of Greenwich. And I moved to Bangladesh and opened a venture called DARC. So almost 7 years worked there as a civil engineer and consulting. So I've worked on almost 200 projects and came to Australia in 2015. And 2015, I worked in a global company called Gartner. I've been involved in a lot of tall buildings in Australia, Sydney, almost several 10 to 12 tall buildings in Australia, almost 70-story buildings. $400 million projects I have handled as a QS quantity surveyor. So my specialty is a senior QS and estimating manager. Currently, I'm working in building Envista building consultant. It deals with the insurance building. So we have a lot of claims for the insurance builder who got burst out or all the customers who got claims in the insurance. So we assess the buildings as a civil engineer and building consultant. As a QS, I do all of claims and quantity takeoffs and estimating for that. So for a successful estimating manager or QS, you need to have a lot of skills like doing the costing, contracts, understanding the contracts, scope of works, subcontractor management, claims management, cost engineering, value engineering, cash flows, schedule, and site management. So as a civil engineer, you do every day. In Bangladesh, we did every day, but in Australia, you have to understand the costing part of it. Every construction company, they got engineers, a lot of designer draftsmen, as well as there's a lot of estimator and QS quantity surveyor, because all the organization about the profit and loss and money. So as a cost engineer or a quantity surveyor, you have to do all costing of the project, budgeting and scoping of the works, and tender management. So as a QS, you should have all the core skill like civil engineering degree or buildings or architecture, budgeting, costing, quantitative skill, civil engineering experience, industry diploma or equivalent, and RICS or EIQS equivalent. If you don't know RICS, it's a chartered QS, if you want to be QS, chartered QS, you have to have a RICS accreditation. Is a UK and Australia is very popular, and EIQS as well. So Engineer Australia also introduced a cost engineering society recently, beside the civil engineering, mechanical, structural, all. So Engineer Australia.
I think Hassan is breaking up, maybe the weak signal.
They have introduced.
Sorry, Ziad, we cannot hear you properly.
Focus on a skill. If you are civil engineer,
Hi, Ziad, we cannot hear you.
Ziad, we cannot hear you. I think I'll get back to him. Maybe
Ziad by dropped out, so you can go to the next one.
Okay. Well, I think he has already covered most of the
issue.
thing. Yeah, he has some issue in the internet maybe, but he has covered, I think, most of this area and his slide as well. So we'll move forward. Now, another very smart people in the civil engineering and structural engineering and construction field. I would like to request Joinal Abedin, chartered engineer as well, and he has a lot of skill and very long history of experience. So he has expertise in the structural design, assessment, and construction and project management. He has been practicing a very core area of the civil engineering as well. So I'd like to request again him to make it quick and move forward with the presentation about roles and opportunities in his area and basic skill and certification required.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joyner. Yeah, I'm from 02 Civil. I've been working, I started my career in working in Dubai as a structural engineer. Then I moved in Australia into 2012. Again, started working as a structural engineer. So far, throughout my career, I worked for a number of companies, from small boutique farm to global farm like Ecom. Currently, I'm working with in Melbourne in a local farm as an associate structural engineer. But my Ziad and Mahadi already mentioned some of the areas they're covering in the industry. Whereas as a structural engineering, when it comes to in Australia, basically in CUET, we have degree in civil engineering, and which covers a few sector of civil engineering. But in Australia, generally, when you say civil, it goes to a different aspect of the design knowledge, and structure completely separate as well. So what do? You do design buildings, basically work across all the industry, whether it's in health, where you're building a hospital or schools or a tower or a bridge, everything generally, we get involved. I wouldn't go through all the details as you're running out of time, but what I would like to say for anyone who wants to switch in to this sector of the civil engineering, that like the basic and the knowledge, I still get nostalgic because every now and then I go back to the textbook I used to study into it and had to refresh my all the formulas and everything like that. So the core knowledge definitely have to be strong to work as a structural engineer, because it's the core structural engineering. And the second thing is obviously you have to be well versed with all the latest software. And I guess majority of who studied civil engineering, they will know this software by name as well. But as long as you do have these two skills, and along with some soft skill like communications, problem solving and negotiation, work delegations, if you combine all those skills together, then you will definitely have a good career opportunities as a structural engineer in the industry. Even all throughout around the whole world, you can work as a structural engineer. Yeah, I guess. And if anyone wants to have anyone join in this industry or have any query or anything, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.
Thanks, Janal. Finishing it quick. Now I would like to request Rezaul Karim, mechanical engineer. He is practicing in the building service engineering. Again, I would like to remind we are running out of time. I would like to request him to make it quick. Please come forward, and Rezaul Karim. Rezaul, are you there? Okay, I'll quickly introduce him. I think he's in the, you can see his details. He's practicing in the mechanical engineering, and there are a lot of opportunities in the building service management as well. It's actually very close related to my field as well, facility management. And building service and facility management is very closely related. And most of the thing we actually covered in the building service as well as facility management. So if anyone really interested in the building service management, please reach out to the Rezaul Karim and reach out to me as well. We can help you any way and every way. So maybe we'll talk to him if he come here. Then I'll would like to move forward with.
Sorry, Shabu, did I miss you?
Yep. Okay, so I was discussing and describing your slide as well, because we could not hear you properly. Would you like to come forward and say a few words, or you are happy to move on?
Yes. Okay, I'll quickly run through my slides. So I'm working as a building service designer in mechanical HVAC design field, and actually in building service, there is opportunity for civil and electrical as well. So for the electrical, they do design the lighting and the lift and other electrical service in a building, and the civil designers provide the stormwater, hydraulic, driveway, and some other components in the building. So actually building service is a multidisciplinary. So there is opportunity for other services as well. And Can you go to the next slide, please? Sorry, Shabu, can you move to the next slide? Shabu, can you hear me?
So I think this is the slide.
Yeah,
So we can
there's only one slide.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was in the mute. So this is the slide you're supposed to present here.
Okay. So actually, okay, I'll in general, I will say that for the in the building service role, there is a opportunity as design consultant, and also there's a project manager and project engineer, estimator, drafter, sales, and also there's opportunity to do business. Someone like me working in a design field, they can do the business as their own consultancy firm, so they can have their private practice. And for the motivation for building service engineering is for it's a transferable skill. So the skill can be transferred from one company to another company, and also it is like universal. So if someone wants to work in Europe, America, or Middle East, it's a very same practice. So only the local codes and standard they need to know. And to get into the building service role, someone need to have the knowledge of Australian standards and National Construction Code. They need to be capable to do engineering calculation. They need to have knowledge of different types of systems and equipments, and they need to be able to provide a concept design by Bluebeam markup, and they need to be able to read and understand the drawings. So to get all this skill, there is a course in ERA, which is the ERA Professional Diploma in Building Service role. And someone fresh and coming from Bangladesh, they can have this course if they are fresh in this and want to get an opportunity in buildings mechanical service design. And in general, I'll say some tips for career progression. I'd suggest to pick the career, not just a job, because there's a variety of jobs in engineering. So I'll say to pick the career, which means that you choose your career for like a structural engineer or electrical engineer, or building service career or mining profession. So because some of the jobs are actually technical role, but they are not there is not much career progression on those jobs. So in the long run, if you want to have good progress in your career, then choose your career path. Actually, what do you actually want to become? And also, I'd suggest to be driven by the passion, not by the money. Probably some of the jobs, not by non-technical jobs, you can earn more money. But if you don't like the job, don't choose that one. You just go after whatever your passion. If you want to be a sales engineer, if you have a good sales skill, you think, then go for the sales engineer. If you think you are good, can be good designer, to go for after the passion to become a design engineer. Don't be run by the money. And invest the time for your passion. If you have a passion to become a sales engineer or structural engineer or whatever, invest the time. There's a lot of to do actually. When I say invest the time, there's a lot of to do the skill development and knowing the market, knowing the industry. There's a lot of things to do actually in terms of investment. And another thing I should tips is don't spread your resume in the market without preparing yourself. Most of our young brothers coming from Bangladesh, they thirsty for the job, then they spread their resume in the market without preparing and without updating their CV. What happens that if a agent already got your CV, it's in the system for at least 1 year, I think. And later on, if you update your CV and he already spoken with you before, they knows that they can remember that they've spoken with you. So don't spread your resume in the market without preparing yourself, without getting the skill, without updating your resume. Next tips, I should say that you can door-to-door contact for job search, and we are shy to do that one. So instead of doing the door-to-door, you can contact the directors through LinkedIn. So if you contact with the direct to the directors and the HR manager through LinkedIn, it can be very fruitful to get the job, because most of the times actually company don't put their advertisement in the website for job. But if someone knock them, they can be interested with you. And another tips is they apply out of metropolitan area. Most of us apply within the metropolitan area, but there is a lots of opportunities out of metropolitan area and regional area. So this is another crucial tips actually for the first job. Try to get into the out of a bit far, and when you get the job and get the skill and you become experienced, then try to come into the metropolitan area later on. So yep, that's from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajabhai. We will move forward. So again, I would like to remind, actually, this is the session where we are actually sharing our expertise and areas. So maybe this is the way we are communicating and building the network. And if someone needs more depth knowledge, they can reach out to any of our expertise. So we know we cannot cover all the knowledge in the one section and one go. So feel free to reach out to our expertise whenever you need, and still they are available, and this document and information will be available for everyone. So I would like to request next presenter as well to make it quick, so they can reach out to you guys anytime in future whenever they need. So here we would like to cover a lot of things. Still, we need to move forward. More slides. Now I would like to request Nazim Walid, chartered engineer as well, senior design engineer, repair and more. He has a lot of experience in the mechanical engineering, and he has been practicing in the building service material handling as well. So I would like to request him to come forward and make it quick to share his opportunities and key skill set required in his areas.
Assalamu alaikum all. Shabu, can you hear me? Can all the audience hear me?
Yes, you can. We can hear you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to participate in this session. It's very nice, very well organized. Okay, so I won't talk too much about that, but the main thing that I want to actually focus on getting the job hunt is to go by the requirement. That's the basic and the first most thing that we need to actually invest time on it. So it means that matching the requirement. And if there is a certification required, we don't lie about it. We have to arrange the certificate, and then we put onto our CV. Then the other thing that I want to discuss is, which you cannot put onto the CV, but it's actually very good to have, very well communication skill and soft skill. You cannot go without these two and do a good job, because you may be a very good job, but you don't have the satisfaction. You don't have the a nice environment if you don't create it. So you gotta have the nice communication and soft skill. To hunt the job from the mechanical engineering, I would say go to the basic. Whatever we have learned from CUET, that's what I have applied in my 15, 16 years of job career, to be honest. Whatever I have learned over there, the core engineering textbooks, that's what I refer, that's what I use every day. But beside that, then you can have some skills like in AutoCAD, in Inventor, SolidWorks, in a project management tool, things like that will be very helpful. If you wanted to go in the quality area, then you gotta have some certification for ISO, API, things like that. But I won't go too far on that one because I'm not from that area, but it's a very nice area as well to work with in mechanical engineering. The other thing is another important thing, that is standard. Over here, every job that we do, they are guided by standard, building standard, then the industry standard, international standard, local standard, you name it. So you have to have a good idea about the standard. You may not have it while you are searching for the job, but I suggest that if the standard is requested, then we search for it. You can find something that standard relevant standard, have a go with the standard, and then prepare yourself that what was the core message of the standard, how things are done. So I have worked in material handling and building service in vertical transport, and both of the areas, any mechanical engineer can do the job. We don't have to have a very high skill set. Whatever we have been taught in CUET, we can apply in our day-to-day job. But as you grow, you enrich your skill, and then that'll be it. But what I'm saying is just keep it up, and then go by the job requirement, try match it, and then the God Almighty will help. Thank you.
Thank you, Nazim bhai. To run it very quick. Next slide. So at this stage, it will be a little bit different, and he is one of our civil engineer, very smart, and our ex-General Secretary of Sweden in Australia, Sajjad Chowdhury Jitubhai. He has moved his career from technical to financial field and retail field. So it will be a very, I think, exceptional one, and I would like to invite him to share his thoughts about the career switch, as well as opportunity available in his field and what sort of key skill set is required. Again, I would like to remind, make it smart and quick.
Thank you, Shabu. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Just for myself, I'm not working as a civil engineer, even though my qualification is based on purely on the civil engineering and also in the masters, but I'm working into the retail sector in the FMCG field for last 16 years. So if anyone interested to switch the career, which I will not suggest as personally, because working in studying into the engineering field for 4 or 5 years is quite challenging. But there are still a lot of opportunities into the other sector. If anyone interested, I'm just small brief that my current role is dealing with a lot of various stakeholders, and it's in the retail industry where you need to deal with a lot of different people internally and externally. And if you actually expand your career in retail industry or any other non-engineering sector, in Australia there are a lot of fields. I think the only one thing is just you need to pursue your career, as mentioned by Reza bhai and other participants here, like, fix your career. What do you want to do? Is it engineering field or non-engineering field? There are a lot of opportunities in Australia. So if I can help you by any means, I'm happy to do that. I'm not going through all the roles and responsibilities and basic skills because it's pretty much covered in every other people and their slides. So I will be more than happy if there is any question later down the track to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, Jitubhai, to make it very quick and introducing us a new opportunity as well, that engineer can do anything, whatever they like, even they don't practice their technical field. Here we go. We'll start now public sector. So it will be very exciting, I believe, for everyone. There are a lot of opportunities in the public sector, especially in the state government, federal government, council, metro rail, everywhere. So this presenter will actually going to present the public sector in very smart way. First of all, I would like to, before going to that, are you feeling boring? So is it actually helping you guys? Just can you write something in the chat? Is it okay to move forward? Are you enjoying? Yes, no?
Yes, of course, I do.
Okay, okay. I will not wait the Ifthakhar Hossain. Again, he's the member of Engineers Australia, ex-Vice President of CUETians in Australia. He has been dedicated with our organization for a long time, and he has been supporting us even now in the always. Whenever we request something, ask for assistance from anything, he always coming forward to help with us. Now I would like to request him to come forward to explain what are the opportunities in the rail sector and what are the basic skill set. Again, I would like to remind, make it smart and quick.
Yeah, thanks everybody for a quick intro, and thanks everyone for joining. It's really a pleasure for me and good to see many of our CUETians in the one platform here. Thanks for organizing that. Yeah, so some of my friends have already discussed with some of the civil engineering role, but I will particularly focus on the transportation and the rail sector. So as you can see from the side on the right side, I put some logo from different state organizations across Australia. So all the state and the federal government are putting so much billion of dollars every year for the rail sector. So if I want to focus particularly in the Melbourne, so literally every year more than $5-6 billion works are going on. So I start with Metro since 2019 with our new Metro tunnel. So I literally started from the design phase. Now we are in the finishing stage. We are getting ready to hand over and start the revenue services from next year, September next year. So it's a bit exciting journey and exciting learning from starting from design phase up to the delivery. So now I would like to highlight some of the role. To be honest, there are heaps of opportunities from across all the discipline, civil, electrical, mechanical, URP, architecture, CSE, even communication engineering, from every sector. What I have seen for the last couple of years, people from all discipline are here in Metro. And they don't have the specific degree from the rail sector. All of the people from different sectors, they utilize their skills and transfer their skills in this industry. Yeah. So I have listed here some of the roles, and I'm not going to details. So if anyone see any of this role for Metro, please feel free to reach out with me and please connect with me with the LinkedIn. I am happy to help. I'm happy to refer the CV to the HR and the specific manager. And some of the basic skills we need, definitely the core skills from each disciplines. Other than that, definitely technical report writing, good presentation skills, and the analytical skill. And some of my friends already touched on the project management skill as well. So there are a bunch of project managers across the Metro. And I've shared one link for the training, those who are newcomer and those who are interested to skill up. Please have a look to that website from the Engineers Australia. There are some good trainings there. So that will help to skill up, and that can be added with the CV. Yeah, it's really helpful. I did lots of training from there, and personally I'm benefited. So I would like to encourage all the newcomers to have a look onto that link and do some training, and these expenses of the training can be claimed from the tax return from next year. And I think the other thing is, prepare the CV according to the job ad. Don't use the same CV for the all role. And again, I would highlight, please feel free to reach out to me. If anyone need any helps, I'm available with my mobile, email, and the LinkedIn. Yeah. And I will finish here. Thanks, everybody. Over to you.
Thanks, Ifthakhar. Thanks a lot. Now I would like to request Mostafizur Rahman, very dynamic, young, and very enthusiastic, and very successful, I would like to say, in a very short time here in Australia. He has moved a lot of roles, and now he is leading one of the council as an engineering principal engineer in the Toowoomba Council in the Queensland. He has a lot of qualification and very strong background in technical as well as the management field. So I would like to request Mostafizur to come forward and give a quick introduction of the opportunities available in his sector and basic skill set required. Mostafizur, please.
And thanks, Bhai, for giving me the opportunity. So I'm not going to speak too much. So I'm from electrical, but moved my journey from electrical to the project space. So I'm actually working in a program level right now. And the role I'm doing as of actually the 3 and 10 years project. As Australian, we can say what will happen for Australia. So the team I'm working, we're looking for 2071, what is going to be happen for Tomba. So the few things I just want to highlight in here, that in the public service, in Australia, we have a population of 26 million. In Australia itself, public service hold 2.1 million employer, but there is a less number of people from Bangladesh. One of the basic things they are looking for that our degree is accredited or not, and we must have a Class A driver license because majority of the public service need to be drive the government vehicle. So we need to be mindful on that. So I'm not going through much on this. There is a 2.1 million job means every sector can work, but the civil urban regional planning is one of the highest employed engineering profession, but there are mechanical, electrical, and computer as well as. So there are some dot points. Just go back whenever anyone wants to go through. And that's all. I don't like to hold up more than 30 seconds.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Mustafiz. And still, we are available, we are reachable anytime, whenever you need. And you can reach Mustafiz in the LinkedIn, in the Facebook, and anywhere if you need to. And next slide, I would like to move forward with Murshid Alam Bhai, member of Engineers Australia. He has a lot of qualification. Now he's practicing reliability engineer as in the Sydney Water. He has a very long background and experience in the reliability and maintenance field. I would like to request Murshid Alam Bhai to come forward to address his roles and opportunities available in his area and basic skill set.
Yeah, thanks, Shabu. Hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah. I think first of all, I would like to thank you and all the organizers to organize these sessions. Very informative, I guess, and would be very helpful for the newcomers who are searching for the job in Australian industry. I will not go through all these slides and all the
Sorry, sorry, can you unmute yourself? By mistake, you are muted.
Sorry. Yeah. If you have a strong background in asset management, maintenance management, or reliability centers management, or even if you are familiar with this sort of terms, that is one step ahead. Sydney Water has a lot of opportunities. I think there will be billions of dollars of investment over the next 5 years. And if you're talking about next 10 years, that will be, I mean, $30–50 billion investment. So there are a lot of job opportunities coming up. If you are looking into the SHEIKH or any other job sites, you can create a notification for the Sydney Water job. A lot of job coming in terms of reliability engineer in the asset management and reliability management role, and also in the project management role. I guess there are newcomers in here, and going through all these different skill sets. If you are new in the industry, it can be daunting. I understand that. But what I would like to say to the newcomers, don't be frightened, don't be intimidated by all these different set of skills. And what you have is the basic fundamental skill. You have the electrical engineering or whatever engineering degree you have from CUET, and that is and will always be your strength. And if you have just dedication, and if you are focused, if you would like to upskill yourself, you can do anything. Forget about all these skill sets mentioned in all the slides. If you have those, that's good. If you don't have those, there are still ways around. And just remember what skill you have and capitalize on that. And if you are thinking you are to make a move towards a particular industry, towards a particular sector, feel free to reach out the people in that sector. And I think there are lots of assistance and help available if you are to reach out. And I would say for myself, you have my LinkedIn, and there are opportunities and skill sets in this presentation slide. If any of these you think match with your strength or skills, feel free to reach out to me. I have my mobile number in the slide. Connect to the LinkedIn account and reach out to me. Thank you all.
Thank you, Moshid Bhai. I think a lot of valuable information he uttered in this presentation. Yeah, I would like to actually repeat with him as well. So we all are from CUET, and this is one of the best university in Bangladesh. And our degree is really valuable, and whatever you got achievement from the CUET is really very, what I would like to say is very standard one, and it can be helpful to get any sector job. And yes, can be helpful to get any sector job. So what you need, just give some effort, give some time, and a lot of opportunities available here in Australia. And Australia is one of the best country, I would like to say. Yeah, is one of the best country in all terms, not only in the economical, environmental, social security, family security. Yeah, in terms of everything, Australia has a lot of opportunity for the engineers, especially. So I would like to move forward now. I would like to request our Ashraful Ghani Bhai. He is also practicing the Department of Defense, and he has a I think in this inclusion, the Ashraf Bhai, he has come from the telecom operation, and most of the people who we come from the Bangladesh, most of us actually were in the same background. We practice telecommunication operation in Bangladesh, but here we are struggling in the different field because in the same field is not available here. So we have to move around the different sector and department. And Ashraf Bhai is one of the great example. He have moved from different field, telecom, now he's moved to the Department of Defense, and he's practicing very successfully and promoted very quick after he's joining in the defense. I would like to request Ashraf Bhai to come forward and share his roles and opportunity in his sector and basic skill set and what is his history in a very quick manner. Ashraf Bhai, please.
I saw a message in the chat that he had to drop off for something. So he conveyed the message that if anyone needs any assistance, they can contact him with the contact provided in the slide.
Okay, thanks a lot for the info. I think, okay. So his information is available here, even in our closed group, his phone number, email address is available. So if anyone want to reach out with him, and as I have mentioned, he has a lot of diversity and experience from the one field to another field, switch from his own field to new field. So he has a lot of capability and ability to help our people who are interested in the Department of Defense. And now I would like to request Yunus Ali. He is also practicing in the Australian government, federal government. His expertise area is IT development, system analyst, and IT project management in the government space. So I'd like to request Yunus Ali to come forward to share the opportunity and roles available in the government sector and what are the skills, basic skills required in this sector. Yunus Ali. Yunus, are you there? Can you hear me? Looks like he dropped as well. So again, we are sharing his details in the presentation and as well as his personal LinkedIn profile link is there, and his personal contact number is available with us as well. So if anyone interested to move into these sectors, please reach out to him as well as us in this for the more information and for guidelines. So we'll move forward to the next slide. So this is a very hot topic nowadays in the high-tech industry, artificial intelligence and data science. So our MD Kamal Islam, Publication Secretary of CUETians in Australia, Senior Researcher, Predictive Analyst, Defense Science and Technology. So he will be going to share about the opportunities and roles available in the defense for the artificial intelligence and data science. So I'd like to request Akram to come forward and share your knowledge about the roles and responsibilities at this field setup.
Thank you, Chowdhury, for giving me the opportunity to talk about the opportunities in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. So, like I have some working experience in academics, private and public sectors in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. And based on my knowledge, I found some roles and opportunities in this area. That's I already listed is here: data scientist, data analytics, machine learning engineer, predictive analytics, and data engineer and data analyst. So for this type of roles, so basically we need some skills, basic skills, as well as for some certification. Most of the data scientists, machine learning and data engineers, the computer science background is as well as the engineering background were the related experience in this field. And we must have some like the programming knowledge experience. So Python is most of the people are using Python, and as well as R is good for the statistical modeling. So basically when you will like serve as a machine learning engineer or predictive modeling things, you have to do some predictive analysis in the statistical modeling. So in that case, the R is good, as well as for all of the roles I mentioned here, you need, of course, the SQL. So you you have to export or as a basic knowledge. You can start with the basic knowledge of SQL, and then you have to gather the knowledge of machine learning, statistical models. You can have cloud computing knowledge, Git, as well as Linux environment. And experience with the visualization tool is the most important things here for every roles, the Power BI Tableau, because when you will present it as a data scientist, you have to present it to the non-technical the people. So you in that time you need to show some Power BI dashboards to present the technical terms. As well as the others, the simple overall, the all position is needs that the problem solving skills. As like I have been working last few months with the government, two agencies of government. One is Australian Taxation Office, another is the Department of Australian Defense. And so for example, it's a lots of data science job is coming in the every agency, every department of federal government. So so if you want to change or if you want to move in the data science field, so you can start with the data analyst, and then you can move forward to data engineer as well as the data scientist role. Yeah, and I am happy to help if you need any help to I'm happy to provide any information regarding this. Basically, especially in the federal government interview process, or what type of question that they ask in the interview, and what is the process of the recruitment. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you all.
Thank you, Akram. Thanks for your input and sharing the details regarding the opportunities and prepared skill in your area. So here we go. We are end of the formal presentation part. Now we are going to start the discussion session. So again, I would like to just remind everyone. So this session, we would like to actually connect the people in different sectors and different expert people in different areas. So here we wanted to achieve this goal to make a network with our people who are in the different sector. I think now we know which sector people, which CUETian are working in the which sectors, though is now accessible to everyone. So this documentary information will be available in our Facebook as well as in our website. So now we can reach the people in the different sector, and if you need any help, assistance, as well as if you need to skill up in the particular sector, you can reach out anyone in the any time. So everyone actually happy to help. Now I'm going to just share an analysis what we have done in this session. So I know this is not the perfect one. We just tried our best to make it effective for everyone of the CUETian, and we could not cover, I think, a lot of expertise is still around, but we try to cover the key persons, and they have the all information as well in their area. Whoever working in the area, they have the all information and networks. So this session actually we organized within a couple of week notice, and we gave a tremendous effort, and our organizer and volunteer has helped a lot. So if you see the slide here that I tried to highlight it. So total communication, text messaging, phone conversation, coordination, approximately we have used a lot more than 85 hours for this organizing the session, and which is commercially, it will be valued around 12,000 Australian dollars. So it's not easy for the organizer to get it done in a very quick manner, but I would like to appreciate all of your effort, volunteers, organizers, presenters and participants, especially to respond in very quick nature. And this is the one of the, I would like to say, career session so far in our history, which is very, very highly responsive. And all the sector, all the CUETian from the national, even in the Facebook Live, people are watching from the Bangladesh and other countries as well. So this is very appreciating for us, and it's very encouraging for us as well. And now I would like to quickly remind you and invite you again in our upcoming reunion 2023. So if you have not booked and registered yet, please feel free to book it, and we will make another networking in the reunion. So reunion will be the, actually reunion is the most exciting event in the CUETian in Australia. And this is the biggest event happened every year. We didn't actually organize because of the COVID 20 and 21, but 22 we actually resumed the reunion, and this year we're going to make it again. And we would like to see you all from nationally. Just book your holidays if you're not already. So make the reunion very effective and make it physical networking, make it collaborative, and we'll enjoy a lot in the reunion. So, and as well as we would like to attract our sponsor. We are attracting and publishing magazine as well. So we are looking and searching for the sponsor. If anyone knows any link about the sponsorship, so please reach out to our EC member or reunion committee. So that's it for the reunion. Now I would like to go to our host panel to get the question. Now, anyone, actually, I would like to request whoever came here in Australia last 6 to 1 years, 6 months to 1 year, please don't hesitate to come forward, unmute your mic, raise your hand, just ask anything, whatever you want to know. And I will start with the question that already taken by our panel. I would like to request Mohsin Bhai to read the question that we will try to answer. We are not too far away of the time. We will take maybe next 10-15 minutes and we'll close it. So I would like to request Mohsin Bhai to read the question, please.
Is there any question from any of the participants, please?
Yes, I have questions. So if I get chance, so I may come up with that later, I guess. Probably you can come up with the questions you already got, please.
Okay. You can continue. Ask one question first, and then we can go for the one by one.
Okay. For the timing, I am just stopping my screen share so we can see each other. We can talk face to face.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Thank you, CUETians in Australia, for arranging such a nice career session on this. I must appreciate that one. So actually, I'm not in Australia at this moment, but I have like open questions to if anyone can answer on that. So I'm like a returning force because I had like a 4 years experience in Australia before, and like permanent and like a local resident, and also like a project management experience before that. So for last 2-3 years, I'm out of Australia, and like planning to return Australia probably in next 1 or 2 years. So any tips for that, for the returning force, those who wants to return, any tips, or like how he can like back in force, anything like that, so that get some confidence, something like that. Anyway.
So where you are currently now?
I'm in academy at this moment. No, in Bangladesh.
Okay. I think relevant job you can apply and then get some support. If academic on, you can contact with me, you can contact NEAZ or Azhar Karim, even Probir, and whatever your expertise, you can contact with anyone, even any our CUETian here, they can give you some support. You can take email address, and sometimes you can also talk over WhatsApp, and then returning is not so difficult. From any country, if you try little bit, try that way that you want to grab the job. So that way you can try. You can contact me personally, because here we cannot talk longer. If you
thank you.
I will appreciate if anyone else from the industry can answer from the electrical engineer background, because brother Mahbub is from the electrical engineering.
Okay, I'm an electrical. You can contact me. I can send you some links for job also. So sorry, Tafsir, I didn't know
that's
about
fine.
you.
So anyone else would like to answer the question?
Yeah, look, Tafsir. So I think overall the job market is good now. It is not necessary that you need to be in the electrical field, even if you are an electrical engineer. But
actually my major is wireless networking. Yeah.
Wireless
and project management. Yeah, wireless networking and project management.
Well, a lot of things happening in the telco industry now. I know that NBN is undergoing an expansion work, so they are recruiting people in the project deployment. All the telco, I think it's not just the NBN, Telstra, Optus, Vodafone, they're also looking for people. I know that there are expansion work going on for those. So especially for the deployment, I think currently there are opportunities. And of course, as I said, the normal job market is good. You can apply for the CV, contact with the people that you know here or the CUETians in Australia. They're more than happy to help you, I guess. I think it's a good time to do it.
Yeah, just one more question. So Mahbub is interested in electrical engineering or project management?
Mostly related to IT project management and these kinds of things, which is my major.
Yeah, I think Mahbub Bhai can further contact with brother Ashim.
Yeah, I will
and
contact
Narottam
later.
Das,
Yeah,
and then can get the more
thank
idea.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Also, Tafsir also very active. Tafsir, you can support.
Yeah, I'm very close to him. Yeah, Tafsir is very close to me.
If electrical, mechanical, civil doesn't matter, if someone contact me, I can forward that on to the relevant expertise. So far, I know most of the academics in Australia, even our CUETian, they're very much supportive.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ashim, as well, for your response. And also, any transferable skill anyone wants to talk about? Just like transferable skill for the career change.
Yeah, I think
I would like to add.
Yes, please.
Not about career changing. Actually, I came here on January, and I was working in PWD in Bangladesh for almost 80 years, more than 80 years. So after coming here, along with doing my master's, I was trying to apply for some opportunities to get some opportunities in building service sector. I applied for a few jobs, but actually I didn't get. I actually don't get response. So, do you have any suggestion regarding this? Because I don't know what to do actually, because I don't get proper reply from the employer. do you have any suggestions of what actually they are looking for?
I can answer that. I'm Hassan Ziad.
Anyone else can answer, please? Hassan
Hello?
Bhai has the internet issue. Hassan Bhai, please study your
Hello?
answer now.
Update to I don't know. Are those work too much different from our work in Bangladesh?
Anyone from the public sector? Because as
I was from public sector in Bangladesh. I used to
Let me jump in.
yeah,
Let me
Simon Bhai, please.
jump
Yeah.
in. So just to add a few points, just give you feedback. So when I started applying first time, so I realized that I should get a job from Singapore. So I'm not getting the job, same like you are. So the basic thing is I step back and step back and see that what is the main reason behind of not getting a call. So then I find the two people that help me to look back all my flaws, so which I am not able to see by my own eyes. So I can say in here, just find a peer who can give you one-to-one session. I believe there are a lot of CUETians. So I'm mainly from electrical like you are. So I work heavily on the electrical industry before, jump into the program management. So I'm really, I'm keen to assist you if you need. And also there are some others senior that are in the field. So there are some flaws surely there that which you can't see, and then other can see that. So that is the things I can see. And as you work in the public sector before in Bangladesh and in here, the main thing in my slide I said is smart and star. So this is the two things actually job sector looks on regardless which industry you work. So just need to be a step back and to get a peer review from some senior whoever working in the field.
I think
Yeah,
that
thank
is
you.
correct.
Thank you, Simon Bhai.
Can I ask one more thing?
Sure.
As I'm a student of master's, so I don't think I have, actually I don't have opportunity to work full time. Are part-time jobs available in this sector?
Yes, so I know a colleague.
Or casual work? Or
you can, in the public sector, you can usually get the 20 hours work. So they usually offer a lot of employer. So like the organization I'm working, they have a 1,700 employers. So they had every year they run a generator program. And under the generator program, they get the 20 hours for all the master's and bachelor student. So the thing is, as I said, that like in the public sector, usually have a way to apply. So that is the thing. So usually the resume, like in my position right now as a principal engineer, so I usually receive only 5 resume in my desk from the recruitment team. Actually, they filter out all of them for us. So they actually take not more than 20 seconds to look at resume. So that's what I heard from them. So, and we train the way that we also don't spend more than 1 minute to look at resume. So because our time is valuable and we can't put an interview 5 people in an interview. We interview only the top candidate who actually has all the qualification in the background, also checked all their referee LinkedIn profile, their Facebook profile. So the recruitment team actually do everything. So what they written in the resume, what in their LinkedIn profile, what in their Facebook profile, is there anything in the Instagram, is there anything in the TikTok even? They actually check everything upfront to make sure that they got a top candidate to get the job. So I can say there is I believe if Shamu is in here, he knows that he was my previous colleague. So there was a lady from Bangladesh who is actually working 20 hours in the public sector. So organization only offer him 20 hours. So even in my organization also, there is a lot of opportunity. So I can say, as I said to you, there is nothing to do, nothing to be hopeful, just need to be a step back and do a peer review by someone who is in the industry.
Yeah, thank you, Simon Bhai. I will suggest Zuhra to contact Simon Bhai personally. He is very help hand for anyone from CUET.
Yes,
so one common question from the chat, this actually, please, is it possible to publish the full list with their details that CUETians, all the CUETians in Australia?
Okay, to answer the question, Tafsir, I already mentioned during the session. So All the content in the slide, including contact number and email address, will be published for the CUETians in Australia, but it will not go to the public publishment, but it will go to all the CUETians in Australia. For the privacy issue, we will not share the personal contact and email address for the external people. So all the resources will be available for all CUETians in Australia.
No, I think the question actually, the full list of the CUETians with the department, actually, not the contact details for the other CUETians, not only for about the presenter actually.
Okay, we can share that as well. We can now we know actually, and most of our EC member know which people in which sector. So particularly, we would like to share the people what you need for which area support you need for. We can direct you in the anyway, so we can help you out all the time.
Yeah,
I'd like to request Hossain bhai. Sorry. I think we have a lot of questions waiting in the Hossain bhai. Hossain bhai, can you listen to us? Hossain bhai, can you unmute? You are muted.
And one thing, Shabu, regarding Zohra's query, so what field? And then as Simon mentioned, very good point, because no need to read too many CVs, and need to prepare CVs and cover letter is very important. If the keywords are not there, nobody will not call for interview. So that is a very important thing. So, and someone can review and then see how preparing the selection criteria, CV and cover letter. So within our CUETian can help. So as she needs a job, so it's very important.
Yeah, Dada, you're absolutely right.
Thank
so
you
we
so
have a lot
much.
of resource available, and yeah, Zora is in touch with the Simon and someone like him, so he can get I think solution. So this is a very common in the newcomers. So this is the struggle period we all pass through, so we know what to do. We have a resource available as well as the Simon is a good fit in this sector, so he can help with this issue. Is the Mohsen boy with us, or? And I'd like to request.
Shabu, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can hear you now. You have any question noted from the chat?
Shabu, can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Actually, most of the questions are answered on chat box. So there one question for REZA. So the question is, HVAC necessary for career progression for the structural engineer? So the question was asked by Awal. I'm Muhammad Abdullah Awal. So if REZA is there, could you please answer? Is HVAC necessary for career progression for structural engineer?
Yes, actually, I answered him in the chat box that I know that he replied that he is a civil engineer. So I said to him and he has got some structural experience. So not sure, his question actually not sure, but what I have advised him to stick with the structural engineering track because he has got civil engineering background, and so continue with and try to stick to the building structural engineering or something like this. So hopefully this helps him to understand.
Yeah, there's some question related to power sector as well. Actually, the Shushan already answered that query. And there's some question about the PhD as well. So I want to learn opportunities for part-time PhD for full-time working person. So I think Hassan, Ziad, and Tafsir answered that one as well.
Yeah, however, I would like to just add a little bit here. So anyone, whoever actually go to the industry, definitely much more welcome to come back to the academic or PhD program, especially anyone if you have the permanent residency or the citizenship, then actually it's much more easier for you to get the full funding PhD scholarship. Even actually, if you would like to do both parallel, industrial job as a full-time and part-time as the part-time PhD, then actually the PhD program will be 6 to 8 years. Even it is flexible. It can be even 10 years or 12 years. You can extend actually to be honest, and you can complete your PhD. So feel free, because you don't have to pay any tuition fee as a PR or citizen for the PhD program. So that's why this can be the parallelly achieved actually.
Tafsir is just adding, as he is interested for PhD, just one of my student, he is the BSP principal engineer, just completed this month. So he took about 8.5 years. So if anyone interested, I think full-time 4 years and part-time 5 to 8 years is easily, but more than 8 years may be difficult. They may lose their attention. If 1 decade, then maybe this is difficult, but they can do whatever my student did, still he is working. Relevant to his work is better. And relevant to work and flexible way can continue. And then if anyone interested, I would say not to wait 1 month, start from tomorrow, then it is better to on track because time is passing. And for example, I finished my PhD when I was just 33. So if anyone asks me, do it now, I cannot, I have to give up. So I finished in 99. So far, so better to do it earlier. If anyone interested, especially for electrical engineering, you can contact me. I just put my email and mobile number. You can contact easily. Also, Shabu can share that document. So it is better to start. Thank you. I will support.
Thank you, Narottam. Can I add some to this?
Yes, please.
Okay. I did my PhD at the age of 59. When I was approaching about 59, and I was working full-time in Qatar. So I think also I was doing from overseas. I did my PhD from University of Western Sydney University. So I was based in overseas, but still I finished it under 6 years, 5.5 years. I started as a part-time, but the reason was because my PhD topic was, as Narottam said, is fully relevant to my work. I was doing some projects because my PhD was on climate change and flood risk assessment. I was doing a comprehensive flood study for Qatar and all this kind of master plan, which has climate change factor into it. So the project I was doing, I engaged one of the Australian consultant, GSD. They won the bid for this research project. So also the rainfall study I was doing. So those are pretty similar to what I did in my PhD thesis. So basically, I didn't have to do any extra work. And the data we collected for those projects were used in my research, and I published papers, and that's how I could finish it. So it is possible, even you are working full time. And if, as Narottam said, if you can find some topic which is relevant to your work, and if you get green light from your workplace, it is still feasible. So age is not a barrier, I think. Thank you.
No, Mamun, by age is not the barrier, but if anyone wants, they can do earlier. But,
no, that's okay. That's what, because I didn't do it.
And I recommend relevant to workplace and about that person's work related, then it is easier that my student, that is my experience. So the student feel very happy. So that's why I mentioned relevant, that one better. Thank you.
There is another question from Jalis. He's from 2010 batch. So he asked, he has been studying electrical, and he has background, he has experience in gas and HFO firework power plant. So he's interested in renewable sector. So maybe someone similar to his field is interested in energy sector as well. So if Sushan is there, Sushan, could you please advise him? Sushan, are you there?
No, I can't see Shoshan Bhai here, but Shoshan Bhai has replied, and already I have connected actually Jalis with the Shoshan Bhai. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's from my part. The question, most of the question are answered.
I have one question from myself, for myself. For industrial job, what are the key industrial simulation software, including finite element modeling, that you recommend as a structural engineers, and how to learn those software? What are the, from which sources actually?
I think
Maybe
Joynal can
Joynal.
answer this question. Joynal
Joynal.
and Mahadi, but I can say Stand 7 and Space Gas is the two key softwares. Bentley and Revit as well. But I can see from various develops facade background, Space Gas is the most using software in structural engineering.
And how to learn those software actually?
Space Gas got a, you have to subscribe those companies. You have to call them. There is a training session for a certain hours. You have to call them which level are you in, a beginner, medium or advanced level, and you have to pay them, and they will teach you one-to-one sometime, and or in the Zoom meeting as well. Sometime.
Thank you.
Tafsir,
yes,
just a little bit added. You will get the free version from the Space Case as well. So I think you can.
I have the all the license from the uni actually. There's
yeah.
So, but
that might be
if I have the
easier for
license, but how to get the resources to learn actually?
Yeah, I think you can have a chat with Joynal offline. Yeah.
Okay.
To get more details with the Space Case. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And one of the thing I would like to encourage everyone that this is very good thing that you can find the faculties from every department in the Australia actually. So electrical, mechanical, civil, and computer science and engineering. So anyone from the industry would like to do the PhD, I will encourage you to contact our CUETians academic, and they can actually definitely either supervise you directly, or they should able to connect you with the right person actually.
And in addition to that, actually, we are preparing a very, very exciting event exclusively for CUET student. So if someone is still listening us in the Facebook Live, so this is going to be happen very soon. We are preparing in the background. So we will be presenting from CUETian in Australia with the very prominent academic people from the CUETian Australia exclusively for, and I think this is the one of the first time for the Alumni Association. So we are going to share our higher studies and academic sector opportunity exclusively for 4 major sectors, 4 major departments. So we are preparing in the background. We will be delivering this session very soon. If anyone want to share any experience, any tips, any expertise, please raise hand and unmute your mic.
I would like to request Karjan Bhai to share some of his experience to get the casual job, because lots of students, the newcomers, they're coming and asking me how to get the casual job actually. So Karjan Bhai is the HR manager for Ulus in Sydney. So Karjan Bhai, are you there? It will be really helpful for all the newcomers.
Actually, you reminded me, he is one of the key resource to help all the newcomer to get through to the retail, and he's their site. Can you unmute and talk?
Yeah. Assalamualaikum. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
please.
we can hear you.
All right, thanks, Tafsir and Shawai. Well, for the newcomers, what I want to say, like in very short, like when I started here in Australia, my journey was started with a different sort of the odd job that we call. So when I came here, the situation was a bit difficult for me. So the opportunities that I got, whoever gave me that information, like maybe there is an opportunity, I actually didn't choose. I straight away jump on the opportunity. So I started with all sort of jobs, like such as working with the vegetable shops, car cleaning, kitchen hand, and chefs, cooking, all sort of things. So what I experienced with that. So when I work with different sectors, I got experience with different culture people. So I have experience with Greek community, Italians, Colombians, and all of them. All right. So what I realized later on that every community has a certain way to communicate with them. Every age group people has a certain way to communicate with them. So what happened when I started working with Ulis at the very beginning, I saw like there is a combination of different culture people. So then I understand that how to communicate with them. And in the middle of these things, I started a internship with a construction company. That company was a Chinese-based company, but under that company, they had 3 subbies. So one was Lebanese group, one was Iraqian, another was these local people. So that certain company had an issue with communicate with all of these 3 different subbies. So I was one of the project engineer who actually communicate all of them. I knew how to communicate and how to transfer the information, how to explain all of these things. And I succeeded. So what happened? The government was the main contractor. They are the consultant. They used to come every week and sit with the all engineers. And as I was a intern, I got the opportunity to sit with them as well. So later on, I found it that like they are more comfortable to talk with me rather than the project manager, who is Chinese background, but he couldn't communicate with them. But I was the one who actually getting the information that what that government engineers wants from the contractor, and I delivered it to all these 3 different services. So what I suggest for the newcomers who are coming, some of them I really know, they're very close to me. We grew together at CUET. So I know how the skilled are. So the main problem I found that some of them have become a bit choosy, like they want to come straight away in Australia and looking for a white collar job, which is actually not a good, I say the mindset, because when if I have experience, before that I had experience as a civil engineer, right? I worked 5 years in back home. So when I came here, I had to forget about those things, because here in this professional field, we have to work with different cultural people. Here, what I'm not in my professional field yet, but what I realized, according to my experience, that when a company looking for a entry-level position, they actually look for someone that who can communicate with the group of the team, like as a team player. So I suggest the newcomers, so if you guys get any opportunity, don't look at that like how much you are getting, what sort of job you are doing. Just get inside that. I worked with a car company like for cleaning job in 1 day, but I learned something there. I worked with the kitchen hand for 3 days, but I learned something from there. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you get inside a job, you have to stay there. There is not a big commitment because it's a casual job, right? So you get inside that, you learn something, how you have to communicate with your team, and then utilize it when you get your professional field job. Because this is exactly what these companies are looking for. They are not looking for someone who knows everything. I understand that, because still I'm struggling for that. I'm working in a retail, yeah, but I got some other opportunities, such as like they're asking, I become a manager, an investment manager. I said no. I got 2 investors from my family friend. They want to invest on me like 300, 400K so that I can run it into food. I know that I have those skills, but I don't want to go there, because my view is like I want my life to go through with 8+8+8 from like 8 hours job, 8 hours sleep, and 8 hours for friends, families, responsibilities, faith, and those sort of things. So if I go to the business, or if I involve myself in the business as a manager, I know I can't live that life. So, but I know I have the skills, so I'm waiting for that. My luck is not clicking yet. I'm still struggling, but I know that I learned something from those sort of jobs. So what I want to say in a line, like, it's completely your decision what you want to do. But what I say, try to learn how to communicate, how become a team member, how to play as a team, how to communicate different group of people. So I believe that can help you a lot in future. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Syed. This is a very, very nice story and very effective for all newcomers. So this is how we went through, all of us actually. My story almost same to Syed as well. Even my job experience and particular skill set was matching here 95%. They are not recognizing me. They are not calling me in the interview. They are not actually recognizing me as a performer. Even my job and practice, everything matching more than 90%, 95%, I would like to say. But they are not, because this is what they actually look for. They look for whether you are fit, because they are not confident with me, because I'm just newcomer. They are not, they don't know whether I will perform in the new environment or not. So this is how this is just a very short struggle period. I would like to say, Syed, as well. So you're in the right path. You will getting the very good career very soon, and you have a lot of opportunity coming through in future.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's a very nice input. So is Faisal here? Shishir bhai? Shishir bhai is here. Shishir bhai, if you are available, can you just share your experience? Shishir bhai has a lot of diverse career experience. He has changed a lot of field as well, and his input may help a lot of us as well. Shishir bhai, if you don't mind, can you
Shawu, thank you. I was not expecting to say anything, but can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Right. Look, I'm from mechanical engineering, and after coming here, I had worked in a couple of production units in Sydney. If I say somewhere quite reputable industry in terms of manufacturing in gear and motors and crane equipments like Bonfiglioli, and I also worked in some American chain company called Goldstein Estate. They produce all sorts of restaurant cooking equipments for all the chain restaurants. But what happened, I actually found that for the mechanical engineers, because my previous experience in Bangladesh was a bit of production and operation oriented, and I found here in Australia, even if you get a job in mechanical engineering, career progression in operation was not very satisfactory to me. But of course, there are some other CUETians and mechanical engineers who were doing very good, as Rezaul, Karim and others. I found them, they are actually in sort of diversified mechanical job role. Some are doing drafting, some are in estimation, some are in a bit of estimation and designing side. So I concluded in searching a better way to fit with the slowly changing, rapidly changing technical era. And back in 2019, my friend Janal, who is a data scientist, he encouraged me to learn about data science. And that time I was a bit of determined to try to learn something new, and my options were either cybersecurity or data science. And when I was checking out, I found that my previous knowledge of coding, sort of whatever I learned in my engineering life, matches with Pythons and other SQL queries sort of thing. And I thought it will be easier for me to, learn this side of technology rather than going for network analyst and things like that. Then I invested my 1-2 years learning SQL, Power BI, R. Actually, I took a diploma from University of Technology Sydney in data science, and there I learned core things of data science. And after getting the certificate in 2019, I was stuck in COVID lockdown, and that time I worked for one of my friend's company as a data analyst and just was practicing my skills, newly learned skills in Power BI and creating charts and creating KPI dashboards about data analysis, other things, So when I came here in Queensland, I started actually actively looking for data science related job, and I found that it is there are huge opportunity, and after a couple of months, maybe 5-6 months, I ended up with multiple job offers from state government and other private companies. And already in this 2 year, I changed 2 jobs working in health sector as senior manager in data analytics. Also, I had job offer in data engineering. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say, look, there are some students or engineers like me who came out of CUET with 2.5 grading, and they are not, if they are from mechanical engineering sort of sectors, I believe you guys still have a lot of chance if you think about changing or switching your career, if you feel you want to come to this field, because in terms of salary, I believe a chief data analyst or data engineer in an organization can draw 250,000 easily, and any data engineer get 125 plus maybe. So this field is very satisfying and rewarding, and you can easily, with a bit of effort, like 5-6 months or maximum 1 year's effort, side by side with your current profession, you can switch your career to this. Look, at the end of the day, I think we all are very much qualified, whatever sector we are in. And this side of data analysis or in data engineering fits with all of us. It's just of learning of different tools. And again, I of course will tell about my brother's comment about trying for everything you can. It comes across your path. Like you have to learn how to mix with the society, how to be a team player. That is a very, very first step to be successful in any profession you get into in your later life. So be open-minded. Don't be stubborn for something very much particular when you are in a different country out of your native country. And looking into the current market, I can say there are a lot of scope. Australia is suffering from professional people supply. So young people coming from Bangladesh and like India, Bangladesh, and like these countries, they are the one actually driving Australia now. So don't be hopeless. You have a lot of opportunity out there. Just try hard. And the other word was, if you are not getting a call, there must be any flaws with your CV you can't see, as my brother said. So this is very important. You match the star schema in your CV, because getting job from government and state government organization, now I know that if you fulfill this criteria in your CV and you can mention the keywords in your CV, you should get a job call. And after that, it's only a matter of performing in the interview. So I hope all the best and good luck for all the newcomers and everyone doing out good jobs here. Thank you, and congratulations to CUET in Australia for holding this session. Thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Shishir Bhai. Thank you, Shishir. Very nice input. I think it will be very helpful for all the newcomers or whoever wants to switch their current job or current field as well. We are getting very late as well, so I see people are still interested. They want to keep running. So this is looks like just we are doing a Adda in the CUET campus. We don't care the time, we don't care the late nights. We'll keep going. So, but now we have a family, we have a job commitment in the next morning, so we have to finish. Before going to, I'll just would like to catch a couple of guys what notice in my mind, because it looks like Mamun C 2011 batch, right? Mamun, can you hear me? Mamun C11 is muted. Okay, maybe he's not close to the phone. And okay, another one is I saw someone join from the Dubai.
Yeah, Abdul Qadir bhai.
Kadir bhai,
Abdul Qadir bhai.
Mamun is Shabu, just giving information. Mamun is here. Well, I'm not sure. Mamun is a PhD student in Wollongong University. He's also, I think, an assistant professor in CUET. So he started his PhD about 1 year ago. He's doing his PhD with me anyway. But yeah, so that's about Mamun. Good that Mamun attended this program. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
Shabu, I have one thing to inform.
Yes, please.
Say, if anyone interested for Engineers Australia's Fellow, you can contact me and I can support you. I did more than 10 Bangladeshi and other countries, 10 or 15. So if you need my support, you can contact me for fellow or chartered engineer. So far, if any assistance required, so I'm happy to do that one.
Yeah, thank you, Dada. Thanks. Is the Kadir bhai still around?
I think Kadir bhai dropped out. 07 batch.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Mechanical engineering.
So, okay, we'll going to close it. I think if you don't have any more comment or feedback, I would like to request NEAZ bhai to give his thought very quickly. Then I'll go to our President Mamun bhai to close it out.
Thank you, Shabu. It has been very interesting session. I think we got lots of different presentations. Quite informative, quite meaningful presentation, I should say, and also encouraging presentation. I think one thing that I like most is that and I also say it to many people that whatever I have, that's what I have. Whatever I do not have, I might need to develop that skill, but not worrying about that, whatever we do not have. In any sector, in any kind of job, whether it's academia or in the industry, whether I'm applying for promotion or trying to set up a new business, whatever the the sector is or the ambition is, thing is whatever I have that I have to cash on it. I think it has been told by quite a lot of presenters, which is quite important. I think this is the important piece of information. If we keep in our mind, then I think we can move forward. Yes, if we do not have, we need to spend some time to develop that skill. The other thing, especially for professional engineers, is that we need to spend at least 1 hour time every day to upskill ourselves, because things are changing quite rapidly in the industry, also in the academia. But in academia things are different, but in the industry, I think we can see rapid changes. So many jobs will be obsolete over time, and so many new opportunities will come. And as engineers, we have to do those kind of jobs that will come forward and need skills. And we can upskill ourselves or reskill ourselves if we spend at least 1 hour every day to really know the things that's going on and to develop skill. I guess lots of resources are available on the net. We can learn anything. In fact, we do not need to go to university either to upskill ourselves. I think these are the information that we got. This is my advice or my thinking that the people who are in the industry, they should at least spend an hour to study, whatever, this is a habit. This is a habit that we need to develop. Yeah, thank you. I think that's all from me. It has been a good session. I thoroughly enjoyed the session.
Thanks, NEAZ bhai. Very, very agree with you. Even Bill Gates takes some time off from his job to do some study.
Yeah.
So if you see around us, the Amazon, Microsoft, or Tesla, they are the leading high-tech company and leading the world in their background. All are engineers, very close to us. We are not far away from us. What we need to do actually, even myself, we need to think in a different way. We need to think not the traditional way, because they are bit ahead with us, because they are thinking differently. They are learning regularly. We are stuck with what we have, but we are not learning. And NEAZ bhai said the way the technology is going, every day is changing. Every day things are upgrading. So if we don't upgrade ourselves, we cannot keep pace with this. And in our industry, it is said, if you are not innovative, if you are not learning new things, you will be lost. This is what we are listening every day. So yeah, this is, I think, for all of our engineers.
And Shabo bhai, I would like to just add one sentence. It's really also need to get the support from our fellow CUETians, because nowadays the reference is a big factor, because lots of applicants, all of the applicants almost have the same expertise, are very close to each other. Then those personal reference, a single reference, even actually I know this person is very good. Only that sentence actually really working a lot. So I recommended lots of PhD students even to my fellow colleagues, and they actually only with that sentence, because they didn't work with me, but with only that one sentence that I know him personally and he's good enough, they actually taking them actually. So that's why I would like to request all of our CUETian fellows, please extend your hand just to connect each other, actually, just to support each other with a single sentence that I know him, he is a good person. Thank you.
Thanks, Tafsir. Is very, very important information actually. Now, most of our engineers who actually came here within last 4 or 5 years, most of them are actually senior level, mid-level, even team leading level. So they can actually refer, they can recruit as well. We have a hiring manager in our CUETian group as well. We have a team leader, we have a head of the department, senior management level, so we can help each other. And this is how actually other people help, other community help each other. So if we can just refer or share the opportunity in our department, in our sector, in your company, that will help us a lot. It will help our newcomer, job hunter, or whoever want to switch their job from one field to another. Okay, so our Adda will not finish. We'll keep going. So we have to finish somehow. I would like to request our president, Dr. Mamun bhai, to come forward and close the session. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Shabu. And of course, I'd like to thank everyone, all the speakers, and in particular, the host who put together all information and prepared this presentation for us. And they put in a lot of efforts and time. And we thank you on behalf of all CUETians for your interest in our career, our CUETians' career and CUETians' future. And we must appreciate it because, we are all professional as well. We are maintaining our family. And this is the kind of voluntary work we do. So we must appreciate those people. We are putting in time and efforts to bring all CUETians together and to have this kind of session, which will benefit every one of us. And to tell you the truth, I learned a lot from this session. Personally, I learned a lot of things about other fields, what is happening, how CUETians are doing, and it's an eye-opener for me. And as you know, in CUETian Australia, we do a number of events throughout the year, such as, for example, social events and sporting events. But I personally believe that as an alumni organization, it's a kind of professional organization, we should be doing this type of activities more than anything else, so that this can benefit our CUETians' career, benefit their advancement in their own field. So for sure, we are inspired to see the kind of response that we saw today from all CUETians all across the board. So we'll be probably doing more sessions like this in the future. And thank you again. It's almost late. It is 10:45. Thank you again. And wish you best of luck. The CUETians, we are looking for a job. I pray and I hope that they will get back into the workforce pretty soon. And wish you best of luck and have a good weekend. And I'd like to close the session for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Can you stop the recording?